Hello kids, so today we will discuss about estimating products. So as we can see, in learning task 1, we are going to round off the following to the nearest underlined digit. So napag-aralan na natin noong first quarter ang pag-round off, right? So ang gagawin lang natin, yung may underline na digit, siya yung magiging basis natin para mag-round off. So, let us try the first example. So, on number 1, ano ba yung mayroong underlined na digit? Correct, si number 3. And what are we going to do? We are going to look on its neighbor number. Ano ba yung nasa katabi niya? Si 4. Okay, di ba may rule tayo? Kapag ang number ay 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, ay hindi magbabago yung ating inira-round off. But, if it is 5 to 9, anong mangyayari? We will be adding 1 to the underlined digit. So, ano nga ulit yung katabi ni number 3? Si 4. So, kapag 4, is it to remain or to add 1? Correct. So, magre-remain tayo. Si 3 ay hindi magbabago. Siya ay 3 pa rin. At anong mangyayari sa mga susunod na number? Correct. It will become 0. Okay, how about the next one? Number 2, 28. So, what is the underlined digit? The underlined digit is 2. Correct. So, si 2, ano ba yung katabi niya? 8. O, kapag si 8, magre-remain or magpa-plus 1 tayo? Correct. Tayo po ay magpa-plus 1 kay 2. So, 2 plus 1 will become 3. At ano nang mangyayari kay 8? Magiging 0. Correct. O, number 3. How about number 3? Can you try? I will give you a few time, a few minutes to answer number 3. Kasya na siguro yung 1 minute? Okay. O, ano ba yung may underline sa number 3? The underline number for number 3 is 4. And titignan natin kung ano po ba yung katabi ni number 4. Ang katabi po niya ay 5. So, si 5, magpa-plus 1 po ba tayo? Or magre-remain pa rin si number 4? Okay, time's up. So, si 5 po ay kailangan nating mag-plus 1. So, si 4 ay magiging 5. Correct. Si 5 and 4 magiging 0. Yan. O, next, number 4. O, Tignan naman natin, ano yung may underlined na digit? The underlined digit is number 8. Correct. So, si number 8, titignan ulit natin yung kanyang katabi. Ma'am, duwamot ti kaabay na. Sino nga rod, ma'am, iti? Kitaan mi. So, remember, when we are rounding off numbers, ang lagi lang po natin titignan, yung katabi niya sa right. Okay. So, now, tignan natin ha. Yung katabi niya sa right ay number 3. So, si number 3, magre-remain ba tayo or magpa-plus 1? Correct. Magre-remain pa rin si 8. So, 8 is still 8. Ma'am, ano nga rod ang gagawin kay 6? We just have to copy 6 kasi hindi naman siya na-underline. So, kukopyahin lang natin si 6. Yung may underline lang yung magbabago or yung mag-remain. So, sabi natin kanina, hindi siya magbabago. Si 8 ay 8 pa rin. At si 3, ano na nga ulit ang mangyayari kay 3? Siya ay magiging 0. Okay, tama ba ang answer ninyo? Do we have the same answer? Very good. Now, let's go to number 4. O, ano naman yung may underlined number kay underlined digit kay number 5? Very good. So, the underlined digit for number 5 is 4. So, si 4, titignan ulit natin yung katabi niya sa left or right? Sa right. Correct. So, ang katabi ni 4 sa kanyang right ay si 3. So, ano mangyayari kay 4? Magre-remain ba siya or magpa-plus 1 tayo? Correct. Kapag 3, ano nga ulit ang gagawin? Hindi babaguhin si 4. It will remain 4. Okay, so answeran natin. Copy 7, and then 4 will remain. It's still 4. And then 3 will become 0. Okay, tama ba ang sagot ninyo? Kung tama, very good. Kung mali naman, continue listening para mas maintindihan. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Oh, ayan. So, the correct answers are on the next slide. Or on the slide that is being presented. So, now let us try to solve a word problem regarding estimating products. So, let us read together the problem. A bakery sells 349 pieces pan de coco a day. About how many pan de coco bread can the bakery shop sell in 25 days? So, ano nga daw yung sinasabi ng ating problem? Merong bakery na nagbebenta ng pan de coco. At ilang pan de coco daw ang kanyang nabebenta sa isang araw? Very good. So, a bakery sells 349 pieces of pan de coco a day. So, what is the question that is being asked in the problem? Okay, very good. So, the question is about how many pan de coco bread can the bakery shop sell in 25 days. So, kung sa isang araw, nakabebenta yung bakery ng 349, ilang pan de coco kaya ang kanyang maibibenta in 25 days? Okay? So, before we proceed, ano kaya ang operation na kailangan nating gamitin? O merong clue. Sabi dyan ay product. What operation are we going to use when we are looking for the product? Very good. We are going to use multiplication. So, the word about is a word clue in the problem. This means that you are not going to find the exact product or the answer. So let us see this one. 349 and 25. So 349 pan de coco in 25 days. Ano nga ulit ang ating operation? We are going to multiply. Very good. So now, let us try to estimate the products. So, we are going to estimate yung pinakamalaking place value. Ano yung pinakamalaking place value na meron tayo kay 349 muna? So, tignan natin. Meron tayong ones, tens, hundreds. Okay, so anya ti kadakilan kanyada? Ni hundreds. Okay. How about the other one? 25. We have ones and then tens. Anya ti kadakilan kanyada? Ni tens. Okay, so now we are going to estimate 349 to the nearest 100. So, see, 3 ang ating basis. So, ano ba yung katabi ni 3? 4. Very good. So, anong gagawin natin kay 3? Magre-remain ba siya or magpa-plus 1? Okay, mag-re-remain. So, si 349 ay magiging 300. At si 25 naman, ano yung katabi ni 2? 5. Very good. At anong gagawin natin kay 2? Take note ha, 5. Magpo-plus 1 ba siya or magre-remain? Okay, magpo-plus 1. So, si 2 ay magiging 3 at si 5 ay magiging 0. So, it will become 3 or 30. Now, we are going to multiply 330. So, ano nga ulit yung ang ating gagawin kapag we are multiplying numbers with zeros? O, bibilangin lang natin kung ilan yung 0. Okay, yung ending zeros niya ha. O, bilangin natin 1, 2, and 3. So, ilang 0 yung ating isusulat? 1, 2, 3. And then, what are we going to do with the remaining digits? Okay, the non-zero numbers, we are going to multiply. So, 3 times 3, what is the answer? 9. Correct. So, now let us try if our answer is correct. Okay. Ayan. So, 9,000 is the correct answer. Example number 2. 63 times 45. So, what is the highest place value in 63? Ones, and then tens. How about 45? Ones, and then tens. So, pareha sila ng highest place value ay si tens, si 6 and 4. So, now, let us try to estimate. Ano yung katabi ni 6? 3. Anong gagawin natin kay 6? Okay, remain. It will become 60. Si 45, ano yung katabi ni 4? 5. Very good. Anong gagawin natin kay 4? Magpo-plus 1. So, si 4 ay magiging 5. And si 5 ay magiging 0. So, 45 will become 50. Now, let's try to solve 60 times 50. Ano nga ulit ang gagawin natin sa zeros? Bibilangin natin 1, 2. So, we have 2 zeros. And yung mga non-zero digit natin, we are going to multiply. 6, 5 times 6 is equal to 30. Very good. So now, what is the answer? We have 3,000. Okay, 265 and 336. Oh, you try to solve. Oh, you try to solve, huh? So, what is the highest place value? Of course, the hundreds. 2 and 3. Okay. Are you done estimating? So, 265 will become 300. And 336 ay magiging 300 also. And now, let us solve 300 times 300. Anong mangyayari? Bibilangin natin yung zeros. Ending zeros lang ha. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, we have 4 zeros. And yung ating non-zeros, 3 times 3. It will become 9. So, the final answer is 90,000. Tama ba yung sagot ninyo? Okay. Okay, so what are you going to remember is that estimating the products of a number should first round off both number or factors to the highest place value. So, lagi mong iisipin na yung pinakamataas na place value lagi yung pag-round off mo. For example, 381. So, what is the, 84 na lang, 384. So, what is the highest place value? We have ones, tens, hundreds. So, C, 3, 85. Or what is the highest place value? Ones, tens. So, si tens, which is the 8. So, lagi mong tatandaan, pag magra-round off ka, when we are estimating products, ang una mong i-round off palagi ay yung highest place value. And then, second step, multiply the rounded off or just multiply the whole number and write the number of zeros in both factors. So, bibilangin lang natin yung ending zeros, and then yung mga non-zero ay ipagmumultiply na natin. So, how to estimate the products of a number? Ulitin na natin. Round off both number or factors to the highest place value, and then multiply the rounded off or just multiply the whole number and write the number of zeros in both factors. So, learning task, you try to answer the following. So, you have to estimate the products by rounding the factors to its highest place value before multiplying. Write your answer in your notebook. So, since your notebook isn't with you, you can write it down on a paper. Okay? And then send it to me on my personal account. Ulitin ko ha. Send your answer on my personal account. Hindi po sa GC. Sa Messenger po or sa personal account ni Ma'am Bea. So, meron na tayong example. So, let's us look at the example. 63. What is the highest place value? 6. Okay, disregard natin ito. Naging ano siya, naging 30. Okay, o disregard na lang natin yung example natin. So, isolve na lang natin siya. Okay, so si 63, the highest place value is 6. So, si 6, ano yung katabi niya? 3. So, si 6 ay magiging 6 pa din, of course. And si 3 ay magiging 0. Next, 45. What is the highest place value? 4. Si tens, which is number 4. So, si 4, ano yung katabi niya? 5. So, si 4 magiging 5. Correct. Magpa-plus 1 tayo. And then, si 5 ay magiging 0. Now, ano nga ulit yung next natin gagawin? Just count the number of zeros. So, how many zeros? We have 1, 2. Okay, so sulat natin. 1, 2 zeros. And then, multiply the whole non-zero numbers. 5 times 6 is equal to 30. Correct. And the final answer is 3,000. Okay, so I will send the activities in our GC, okay? And send your answer. Picturean niyo yung answer ninyo and then send it on my personal account. Okay, so next, ito po, ganun din ang gagawin natin, ha? With solution po, ha? Okay. And Same is true with this one. Okay? I will send it on the group chat. Okay, so that's all for today. Keep safe and please work on your activities. Hope to see you tomorrow. Goodbye.